Hi, today we're going to go over how to set up an interactive digital notebook. I prefer to use Google Slides due to the flexibility and the creativity that I can have with Google Slides. So I'm going over here to apps and I'm going to click on slides. I'm going to click on a blank presentation and I'm going to title this Science Book. There you go. Now, I prefer my notebook to be set up like if it's a normal or close to normal notebook. So I'm going to create and make my pages 8.5 by 11. So I'm going down here to page setup. From widescreen, I'm going to custom, and then I'm going to make this 8.5 by 11 and apply. There we go. I got my first page. I'm treating this just like if it was the front cover of an interactive notebook. So I like to use this as a way for me to get to know my students. So this is the front cover, and I'm going to instruct students include first and last name. And 3 to 5 photos of items interest you. All right. So, and I might put create cover. There we go. So on the front cover, they're going to have whatever instructions you want, but just for today's purposes, we're going to say create front cover, include first and last name, and 3 to 5 photos of items that interest you. Then next, we're going to work on the title of table of contents. So I'm going to right click and I'm going to new slide. I'm going to delete the bottom text box. And in the top text box, I'm going to type in table of contents. And center that. And move this up. Let's go ahead and make it bold too. If you want to change it, I'm going to make it a little bit larger, you can. I have this really cool add-on there. Let's go to start, which I really like to play with because I can highlight it and then click on start the rainbow magic and it'll create a rainbow color. And then you can play around with the colors that you want. There you go. You can do a table of contents. Next, we're going to need a table. So it wouldn't be a table of contents without a table. So I clicked on table. I'm coming over here. I like 3 columns for mine. And I created a table. Now what I'm going to do is move that table up and stretch it out just a little bit. In the top boxes, I'm going to set it up, center, make it a little bit bigger, bold. Okay, and I'm going to put date, summary, and page. I want this date and the page don't really need to be that big, so I'll go with that. And there you go, you've set up your table of contents. The next thing, so now we're going to right click. I would like to include a rubric. If there's any other items that you have that you would like to include, you can do that now. So I have a rubric. I'm going to go into the rubric right here that I have saved in a drive. I'm going to right click on it. You see how it's highlighted like orange? I'm going to right click on it. I'm going to click select copy. And then I'm going to come back into my interactive science notebook. I'm going to right click again and I'm going to select paste. I am not going to link these two together. So there we go. So now I have my rubric inserted. All right, and again, if you want to include graphic organizer examples or whatever you have included in your um, composition notebook, interactive notebooks, then you can make a copy and get them uh, into your digital interactive notebooks. Sixth grade. So I'm going to show you now how to take, there are templates on Teachers Pay Teachers and on in the internet that you can download for free and pay a minimal amount of money. I paid $14 and I got this bundle that included 3 packs of templates. So I'm going to show you and walk you through how to do a template. As you can see, I have like all these templates, and this is just 1 pack, all colorful. So, but this is the one that we're going to use today. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to right click. Oh, let me go. I'm going to right click. I'm going to copy and then go into my interactive notebook and right click and paste. And I'm going to say keep original styles. Okay. Now I have this slide and I can change it to however I want and manipulate it. So I am going to right here add the title types of energy. In this blue box here, I'm going to go ahead and you can put directions or you could do whatever you would like there, but I would like for the students to go ahead and answer my question as to what is energy. Then for each one of these little circles and boxes, you're going to put the type of energy and then have the students, you can have the students then write information about that they found through a reading, through a video about each type of energy, the pros, the cons. So I'm going to create a text box in the circle. And the first one I'm going to do is coal. I'm going to make it a little bit bigger. Let's go a little low. And I'm going to make it bold. There you go. So then we have coal. All right, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy. I'm just going to copy this text box. And I'm just going to move this down to the next circle. I'm going to line it up. And we're going to make this one oil. And I'm going to copy this text box, paste. drop it down into the next. And then I'm going to put natural gas. Make this box just a little bit bigger. Okay, so there we go. So for purposes of this, this is what we're going to do. Over here, you can add directions to your students and let them know what they're supposed to do. Please read the article about the difference of energy and complete a graphic organizer. There we go. So there's my instructions. Now, I do not want the students to be able to get into this text box or to change up any of these items that I've just added. So how can I keep them from getting destroyed by the students? Well, here's what you need to do. So I'm going to go over here to File. I'm going to click on File, go down to Download. From Download, I'm going to JPEG Image. I'm going to click on JPEG Image. Now what's it going to do? It's going to download an image of this. Okay. I then am going to right click, create a new screen, and I'm going to get rid of these text boxes. All right, so now I have this blank slide. I'm going over here to background, which if you've been familiar with making your virtual classrooms, you're really, you are understanding this background thing. I'm going to take the JPEG that I downloaded, I'm going to drag it into the box, and I'm going to click done. So now as you can see, the page, the kids cannot change these or destroy them or do anything to them. From here is now I'm going to include text boxes for the students, and I'm going to put type here. So that's what I will do, is we will go and create that. So now what the students will do, and our little instructions didn't get copied, so I went back into that slide, I clicked copy. I'm gonna go over here and click paste, and now I don't want this slide here, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna delete it. So now I'm left with the assignment that I want to give to the students. And you can do this even if you don't use a template, but you create your own template and your own slide. You can do the same thing as download the JPEG and then include it as a background. All right, well, I hope this helps a little bit, and happy creating.